Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your November 2014 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, just want to give you a quick reminder to also check out the video for your rising sign if you know it. That can give you a bit more information of other areas that you may be dealing with in November. It can also clarify some sketchy things in this very general sun sign reading. Can give you a bit more information sometimes. It's usually a combination of the two. You can get a pretty accurate forecast of what you'll be dealing with in November. Of course, if you would like a one-on-one reading with me, if there's a particular issue or concern that you have, or if you just want to see what's coming up over the next year for you specifically, just drop me a line at the email address below this video. And I do my readings on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. I'll be happy to set that up if you want to schedule an appointment. Just get in touch with me. But let's jump into November. Aries. See what you guys are going to be doing. All right, I've got a lot. Let's get all these turned over and see where they want to go. Just bear with me here. All right, let's see what our tarot cards have to say about the situation. Okay, Aries. Well, the challenge around for the month of November has to do with a lack. There's some, and you know, it'll be different for all of you because there's so many of you, Aries and Aries rising. This is a perfect example of how the rising sun can clarify some things. It may be able to hone in a little bit more specifically on the area that you're lacking. You feel like there's an emotional lack or a financial lack for some of you. You don't have enough in some area of your life. You feel left out in the cold. Some of you may feel isolated or like you've been, you know, kind of left out of the group. Maybe you've recently, you know, kind of lost some friends. And, you know, if that's the case, normally when people leave our life, it's to make room for new people coming in. So November, though, if you're feeling that, if you're feeling like an absence or a lack, if someone's left your life or if things have just changed, that's going to get better. There is hope, and I think there will be signs of that in November. So, and I don't think this is going to be for the whole month of November, Aries. It just may be, you know, a day or two where you're feeling down and feeling like, oh, these people, maybe you see on Facebook, you know, oh, my friends went out to lunch and they didn't invite me. You know, in some cases, this may not be for the reason you're thinking. Maybe they didn't exclude you. Maybe they thought you had something else going on. So try not to jump to conclusions if that's the case. Some of you may have recently gone through a divorce, or you may have separated from, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend or, you know, a spouse, and you are just feeling the absence in November. And we do have Thanksgiving in November, and it's when families come together. So if maybe this is the first time you're going to be, you know, alone during that time, or going to that event without a significant other, it can be, you know, maybe you'll just notice that, oh, last year I was with my, you know, my spouse or whoever, and but you know, that's okay. You own those feelings. There's nothing, you know, it's a normal thing. Just know that next year it'll be easier. This is the first year. You know, this is kind of a rite of passage, but try not to let it kind of color the whole day for you, for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving here in the US, if that's what this is. And yeah, try not to let it color the whole month if you're feeling a little down in the dumps, Aries, because of an absence or a split that may be going on, or maybe is impending. For some of you, maybe it's not the case. Maybe you're trying to fix something, but you're not sure if it's going to work out. For those of you that this is a financial situation, again, I feel like gradually this is going to get better. So if finances have been, you know, an area of difficulty for you, maybe you've been out of work for a while, or maybe you got laid off or have recently left a job. You know, again, I agree, it's a bad time of year, so I understand your concern. You know, if you have recently lost a job, or, you know, it's definitely coming up on the holidays, not a good time to do that. But again, with this rune, that means that things are steadily going to improve. It's not going to be an overnight change, but you will get back on your feet financially if that is the way things have gone for you. Some of you may be dealing with getting help from institutions if it's a financial situation, or getting help from, you know, charitable institutions or social institutions, you know, getting help for that, or unemployment, things like that. So, you know, and there's a wait period on things like that, or it can take a long time anytime you're dealing with bureaucratic organizations. So maybe that's how that's playing out for some of you in November, is just the steps of applying and getting that going. And, you know, needing it now and having to go through a wait period. So, but yeah, any delay on that is temporary. You know, it will come in and you will be able to catch up. If you've been behind on bills, slowly but surely, you'll be able to catch up. I do see, though, that, you know, there is going to be joy in November. So I don't think this is going to color the whole month, however this is working out for you, the challenge. Because I do see a very joyful surprise. There's something that happens unexpectedly that brings you joy. And, you know, it could be news coming to you about a loved one, or from a friend or loved one. It could be somebody inviting you to go out and have some fun. It does look like you are going to be doing something fun with somebody. So maybe this is a family member. You go home for Thanksgiving and you decide to go out and do some Christmas shopping the day after Thanksgiving, and you know, do that. Or maybe it's just hanging out with somebody you haven't seen in a while. But yeah, it's unexpected, though, whatever this is with this rune. Next to the joy rune. So you're going to be getting some nice things happening in November, Aries. So just hold on to that. It's not going to, the whole month is not going to be a wash or anything like that. I think you'll just be, try not to focus on whatever this lack is, because like I said, it's going to work itself out for most of you, it looks like. Help that's going to be available to you is you will have the support of other people. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that there's something going on in your life that it's almost like they know that nothing they say will make it better. So they don't even bother. Or maybe they're afraid that they'll say something that will upset you. So people could be kind of tippy-toeing around you, Aries, and maybe they just know that you're kind of down in the dumps, you're depressed, or maybe you're, you know, whether it's a financial situation or a breakup that you've gone through recently, they know you're going through a difficult time. So people don't really, you know, they don't want to re-upset you. So, you know, they may be just not addressing that issue, and it is to kind of, but maybe you want to talk about it. So yeah, I think that, yeah, I think you will have the support of people you need, but maybe not in the way that you need it. And if, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help, Aries. That can be, you know, that can be something that you don't do very often. Because you feel like you got it covered. You know, you're born leaders. So, I mean, you don't often ask for help, but everybody needs help from time to time. So if you need someone's support, even if they don't agree with some of your choices, because I feel like that it may be what you feel is stopping people, they can still give you support for you. You know, your behavior is not you. I mean, so, or your choices are, you know, your personality and your soul lead you to make those choices, but you can separate yourself from that. Somebody can love you even though they don't agree with every choice that you make or every decision that you make. So, yeah, if you need help, make sure that you're asking for it, because I feel like there are people there, they just don't know if you want it, they don't know if you need it, they don't know how you want it. That's what I'm getting. They don't know how to support you. But if you tell them, then they will. They'll be happy to do that. Some of you may be fearing, and I told you so, in a certain situation. I don't feel like anybody's itching or burning to say that to you. They really just want to help you, either get out of a situation or help you move forward in some way. They don't, or help you through a new door, help you through to a new life in some way. That's what people really want for you. So yeah, I don't see that anybody's issue. So if that's what's holding you back, Aries, even if somebody does say that, I mean, they're still going to give their support. So, but it's not like whoever this is has never made any decisions in their life that they regret, or maybe that were not the best. And, feel free to bring that up. Oh, I guess you're perfect and you've just never. We can't all be perfect like you and make great decisions. Or, ask this person, didn't you ever make a decision that later you felt like, oh, why did I do that? Just ask that person and see what they say. Then maybe, you can have, and they'll be like, well, of course I have. See? And get them to talk about theirs. What can't be changed about November, Aries, is some of you may be moving. It may not be your choice to move, though. And this may be causing you insomnia, or again with the job, you may have lost a job that you've been forced out too early. You either got fired or quit, fired or laid off. And kind of being forced to reevaluate things, where you're going to live, what you're going to do for work, what new job am I going to get? So, but the thing is, you're not going to feel bound by this for long. So the worry and any, if you're having trouble sleeping, that's just going to be temporary. It's not going to last the whole month of November, because I see you finding a way forward. You will find a new home. You will find a new place to live. You will find a new job. It may not be till towards the end of November, but you can definitely make moves forward. There's going to be communication coming to you as well that lessens your worry. So, if you do have a few nights where you're just up worrying, you can't shut your mind off, I feel like there will be an email message, a phone call, something coming to you that is good news. And this could be regarding property. This could be regarding whatever this was that was worrying you, and just, and maybe it's an interview, or, the message that you got the job, the message that you got the house or the apartment or this new place or the message that you can move back in with your family, until you get on your feet, that sort of thing. But there is a huge shift or change happening in November, and it seems to rectify whatever this stress is over, Aries. So whatever you're worrying about at the beginning of November, you will have a solution for it, or at least we'll have some options by the end of November. And you may just be deciding which one that you need to, or which one you want to act on. There is a doorway, a new influence coming into your life, Aries, but you are going to have to cut ties and leave behind something that you've previously felt bound to, whether this was a relationship, a home, a job. For some of you, this could just be you felt tied to your routine of, if you've been out of work for a while, you could have gotten in the habit of sleeping late. You could have got, so it may be a difficult adjustment when you get a new job to get back on that kind of, if it's a 9-to-5 kind of thing, get back into that routine, get back. And it may just be difficult to focus on your day-to-day again because you're worrying. But, with the Eight of Swords, there's something you're not seeing. When the Eight of Swords pops up, there's a way out of this. You just have to be willing to walk through it. Take off the blindfold and walk through it. See truth. See truth. Don't make excuses for yourself or anyone else. Excuses are a way to keep the blindfold on. So, there's a new influence coming in if you let it, and it will lead you out of this circle of the Eight of Swords. It will cut that blindfold off. You'll see the truth. What I'm getting is that, Aries, some of you may have a situation where you don't want to look at it because it hurts too much, or you don't want to look at it because it's painful. But the thing is, once you confront it, once you look at it, you'll be able to free yourself from it and move forward, walk through that doorway. Some of you, there may be a secret that comes out, something you've been hiding, or something that someone else has been hiding from you that comes out. And you are just kind of, a lot of you may be blindsided by this. And again, that kind of plays into the Eight of Swords. It's something you've been blind, but suddenly the blindfold is removed and you get an accurate picture of a situation or a person. You really see something or someone for who or what it is. And that's just part of going through this doorway. Your spirit guides are going to be with you in November. You're going to have a lot of protection, Aries. So just know that anything that is revealed is going to come out for a reason. And it's going to be a help to you, even if in the moment it's difficult to look at or it's difficult to see or recognize. It is going to ultimately help you move forward in your life. Now, for some of you, this combination here can mean messing with occult forces that you're not familiar with, or maybe messing with entities who are presenting themselves as good when they are not. So just keep that in mind. This can be, I always think of the Ouija board when this comes up, and you know, just heard a lot of really negative stories from people who have messed with that sort of thing, because there's really no way to control the kind of energy or the kind of spirits that you draw with that sort of thing. So be careful that if you're, you know, I wouldn't recommend anybody even play with it. It's not an innocent game. It's not just a game. So yeah, really be mindful of things like that you may be exploring. If you're getting into magic, make sure you're not doing manipulative magics or spells or things like that you're not trying to bend someone else to do your will. That will only come back on you in a negative way, Aries. But again, I feel like your spirit guides are going to be there to kind of help you know, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, or this is not a good idea. But yeah, November is very much a month of seeing truth, Aries. But ask for that support, because again, there are people around you who can help you through this. You don't have to go through this alone. Make sure that if you're feeling isolated, you're not isolating yourself. You know, sometimes we need to do that to recharge, but Aries are normally pretty social creatures, or, you know, fire signs in general are usually pretty social. You were rejuvenated by others in a lot of ways. So yeah, definitely don't close yourself off when you have people, friends or family members, maybe both, that are willing to help you. They just need to know how. I feel like they're confused about how. They're not sure if you want it, number one, if you want their help, or number two, how they need to go about it. You know, what they need to do that would help you the most. So tell them. That is what I see, Aries, for November. Good luck with that, and I'll see you back here next month.